Nutrition science, micronutrient needs for athletes. Vitamins and minerals are essential for energy metabolism, the delivery of oxygen, protection against oxidative damage, and the repair of body structures. When exercise increases, the amounts of many vitamins and minerals needed are also increased. Currently, there are no special micronutrient recommendations for athletes, but most athletes will meet their needs by consuming a balanced diet that meets their energy needs. Because the energy needs of athletes increase, they often meet their higher need for vitamins and minerals through the additional food they consume to meet energy needs. However, athletes who limit energy intake or utilize extreme weight loss practices may put themselves at risk for vitamin and mineral deficiencies. A word on dietary supplements and ergogenic aids. Many athletes consider taking dietary supplements or ergogenic aids, or substances used to enhance performance, in an effort to improve performance, increase energy levels, or make up for poor nutrition choices. However, it is important to remember that supplements and ergogenic aids are not regulated, leading to frequent use of false advertising and unsubstantiated claims by the supplement industry. Athletes must also be careful not only in deciphering the claims of products, but also in researching their safety and efficacy, particularly in relation to any rules and regulations that govern the sport in which the athlete participates. Very few supplements that claim to have ergogenic benefits have sound evidence to back those claims, and in some situations, consuming them could be dangerous. Most athletes can meet their nutrition needs without added supplements. Athletes who have nutrition concerns should consult with a sports dietitian or other sport science professional to make sure their individual needs are met safely. Water and electrolyte needs. During exercise, being appropriately hydrated contributes to performance. Water is needed to cool the body, transport oxygen and nutrients, and remove waste products from the muscles. Water needs are increased during exercise due to the extra water losses through evaporation and sweat. Dehydration can occur when there are inadequate water levels in the body and can be very hazardous to the health of the individual. As the severity of dehydration increases, the exercise performance of an individual will begin to decline. It is important to continue to consume water before, during, and after exercise to avoid dehydration as much as possible. The effect of dehydration on exercise performance. During exercise, thirst is not a reliable short-term indicator of the body's water needs, as it typically is not enough to replace the water lost. Even with constant replenishing of water throughout the workout, it may not be possible to drink enough water to compensate for the losses. Dehydration occurs when water loss is so significant that total blood volume decreases, which leads to a reduction in oxygen and nutrients transported to the muscle cells. A decreased blood volume also reduces blood flow to the skin and to the production of sweat, which can increase body temperature. As a result, the risk of heat-related illnesses such as heat exhaustion or heat stroke increases. The external temperature during exercise can also play a role in the risk of heat-related illnesses. As the external temperature increases, it becomes more difficult for the body to dissipate heat. As humidity also increases, the body is unable to cool itself through evaporation. So hyponatremia and sports drinks. Sweating during exercise helps our bodies to stay cool. Sweat consists of mostly water, but it also causes losses of sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. During most types of exercise, the amount of sodium lost is very small, and drinking water after a workout will replenish the sodium in the body. However, during long endurance exercises, such as a marathon or triathlon, sodium losses are larger and must be replenished. If water is replenished without sodium, the sodium already in the body will become diluted. These low levels of sodium in the blood will cause a condition known as hyponatremia. When sodium levels in the blood are decreased, water moves into cells through osmosis, which causes swelling. Accumulation of fluid in the lungs and the brain can cause serious, life-threatening conditions such as seizure, coma, and death. In order to avoid hyponatremia, athletes should increase their consumption of sodium in the days leading up to an event and consume sodium-containing sports drinks during their race or event. A well-concocted sports drink contains sugar, water, and sodium in the correct proportions so that hydration is optimized. The sugar is helpful in maintaining blood glucose levels needed to fuel muscles. The water keeps an athlete hydrated, and the sodium enhances fluid absorption and replaces some of that lost in sweat. The American College of Sports Medicine states that the goal of drinking fluids during exercise is to prevent dehydration, which compromises performance and endurance. The hydration goal for obtaining optimal endurance and performance is to replace what is lost, not to overhydrate. Perspiration rates are variable and dependent on many factors, including body composition, humidity, temperature, and type of exercise. A person's sweat rate can be approximated by measuring weight before and after exercise. The difference in weight will be the amount of water weight you lost. Who needs sports drinks? Scientific studies show that under certain circumstances, consuming sports drinks instead of plain water during high-intensity exercise lasting longer than 1 hour significantly enhances endurance, and some evidence also indicates it enhances performance. There is no consistent evidence that drinking sports drinks instead of plain water enhances endurance or performance in individuals exercising less than 1 hour at a time and at a low to moderate intensities. Children and adult athletes exercising for more than 1 hour at high intensity, such as tennis, rowing, rugby, soccer, may benefit from consuming a sports drink rather than water. However, consuming sports drinks provides no benefit over water to endurance, performance, or exercise recovery for those exercising less than an hour. In fact, as with all other sugary drinks containing few to no nutrients, they are only another source of calories. Drinking sports drinks when you are doing no exercise at all is not recommended. Nutrition science, micronutrient needs for athletes. Vitamins and minerals are essential for energy metabolism, the delivery of oxygen, protection against oxidative damage, and the repair of body structures. When exercise increases, the amounts of many vitamins and minerals needed are also increased. Currently, there are no special micronutrient recommendations for athletes, but most athletes will meet their needs by consuming a balanced diet that meets their energy needs. Because the energy needs of athletes increase, they often meet their higher need for vitamins and minerals through the additional food they consume to meet energy needs. However, athletes who limit energy intake or utilize extreme weight loss practices may put themselves at risk for vitamin and mineral deficiencies. A word on dietary supplements and ergogenic aids.